What's up, you guys? It is Levi here. QR codes can be malicious and bad things can happen to you if you happen to scan a malicious QR code. In this video, I'm going to share a story about QR codes and the things that can happen to you from malicious QR codes. And then finally, I'm going to share the things that you can do to protect yourselves from the dangers of QR codes. I hope by watching this video, you'll increase your awareness of the dangers of QR codes. Be more cautious about scanning any random QR code that's out there, and learn the steps to take to avoid taking actions on malicious QR codes. Alright, so about a month ago, I went to the gas station and I saw something really strange to me. A random fridge with an error on it. What the heck? Why does this gas station have a refrigerator with a security error on it? Why is this at a gas station? Alright, just kidding. That's not what the story's about. Though it does make me wonder, why are smart fridges actually needed? It's just another thing that could be a security risk, but I guess that's a story for a different video, right? Anyway, I see this QR code on a gas tank that I've never seen before. Attention, Iowa lawmakers are taking up a law that will result in higher gas prices. Call your representative and say no fuel mandate. And then you can see that there's a QR code on the side of that thing, and they want you to scan it and go to their supposed website. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking around, and there's like 5 other gas pumps there, and I don't see this QR code on any of the other gas pumps. While at the same time crapping my pants because the gas price is $3.22. Absolutely ridiculous. And thinking to myself, what is this thing talking about? The gas prices are already high. Yeah, those of you watching out there in California, don't judge me. I can't help it that our gas prices haven't been above $4. And then I had a mind-blowing thought come into my head that I've never thought about before. Dang, what if someone set up a QR code that was actually a scam pretending to be something legit, but wasn't? It did something bad when you scan that QR code. And then I asked myself, how likely is this to happen, and what could happen? So then I had noted it down as an idea to research further and come back to it and share with you all on the channel eventually. And then I kind of forgot about it after a while. Hence why this happened a month ago. Then today, a month later from that incident, I'm sitting there at the gym pumping iron, and I'm listening to the cybersecurity podcast. You know, only nerds would do that instead of listening to actual music, but hey, I find enjoyment out of that. And then there's a section in that cybersecurity podcast where an ethical hacker, someone that basically hacks companies in order to help them protect themselves from the real hackers, or what we like to call the pirates, on this channel, was talking about when he was in high school. There was these bulletin boards there with all the various groups in the high school that would post QR codes with information about their groups. So students could go up to the bulletin board and scan their phone and find out more information about the group. Well, this ethical hacker in high school decided that he was going to make his own QR code page that looked like the ones from the groups and put them all up there on the board and replace those with his that happens to go to something else that's not legit. And instead of going to those groups, every time a student scanned one of those, they got rickrolled. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, always gonna smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that you don't let me down. So make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm if you haven't already. So then after hearing this kind of lit off a red light in my head. okay, now I know that malicious things can actually be done using QR codes, and I have to go and research what can be done and then make a video about it for you all out there. And then I started wondering, that QR code on that gas pump, was it actually legit or was it a scam? And so I went back and actually went through and tested that QR code on a test phone, and I'll let you know the result towards the end of this video, so stay tuned. So from my research, I found out these are the things that can happen to you if you happen to scan a malicious QR code. The first thing that can happen is stealing money. Ding, 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 ding. So if you happen to scan a QR code to pay for something, a pirate can go ahead and replace that QR code, and then instead of paying for the thing that you actually wanted to pay for, you'll pay the pirate. They'll get your information and then steal that and use that for other things in the future. Another example that I saw from the Security Podcast talks about Bitcoin ATMs. I know there's probably a lot of you on this channel that might not be familiar with that, but you know, it's just cryptocurrency, thin air money according to some people. But basically, people can go to a Bitcoin ATM and try to put cash in to get Bitcoin. Well, they scan a QR code to do that, and this scam is a pirate is going and replacing the QR code on the Bitcoin ATM with their own QR code, and then when you go to scan that, you're actually paying the pirate and you get nothing back in return. So that's another way that pirates can steal money by using a QR code. Now, I know that for some people watching this, you might be, what the heck is Bitcoin? Just Google it. I know it's still not mainstream out there yet, but all right, the next thing that a pirate can do, they can reveal your location if you happen to scan a malicious QR code. There's two things I can think of that could cause a problem for you if this happens. One, if you're being targeted by the government or something like that, a big government, or a person that's physically after you, which is probably not very many of you watching this channel, and then they can find your location and come after you at that location, or come after your device to be able to hack your device. The other thing that I can think of on targeting your location would be, that's just part of the wide set of data that they could collect about you, and your location could be something that could be used to potentially hack your account. It's just more information about you, and the more information a pirate has about you, the easier it is for them to hack an account. The next thing that they can do is they can add a contact to your phone. And this can be problematic because if they add a contact to your phone, they can use that to scam you. They can send you a phishing email or something like that that wouldn't normally get through, and it could get blocked, but because it's a contact on your phone, it would be trusted and it's more likely to get through, and you could potentially fall for that scam or phishing email in the future. All right, the next one is following a malicious social media account. And this can be problematic because your social media has information about you that can be used to hack you, especially getting information for security questions. A lot of people have information out there that would allow a pirate to answer their security questions and recover an account, or even creating new accounts with the information that they find. And then it also exposes your contact information because they can see everybody that you're following on social media, and they can try to scam those people as well, or try to use those people against you. If they can find names of people that you know, they might be able to create a fake account from a person that you know and pretend to be them to get more information out of you. So yeah, having your social media account if following another social media account might not be the best thing. All right, the next thing, and these are all kind of related to each other on what the pirate can do. Initiating a phone call, a text, or an email to the pirate, so then the pirate can know how to contact you via one of these methods, and then they can use that in the future to send scams to you. So via phone, they can do phishing, send you a phone call scam, texting, a smishing scam, or email, a phishing scam. All right, and then finally, the last one, they can make your device add a compromised Wi-Fi network. So basically, they can have it so that when you scan that QR code, your device will connect to their Wi-Fi network, assuming they are in the area, and then from there, they can go and review all of your unencrypted traffic from your device, or they can go at an even higher level and actually try to hack your device to see everything on your device. And most of the time when this happens, it's because you didn't update your phone or you didn't update an app on your phone, and it makes it easy for a pirate to be able to break through one of the vulnerabilities that wasn't updated. So it's critical that you update your phone and your apps all the time if something like this happens. All right, so those are all the bad things that can happen to you. Now, what can you do to help protect yourselves from these threats? The first thing that you can do is to rub your hand across a sticker. And that looks like hard right there. It's hand. So if you have a physical sticker on the wall there, you should rub your fingers across there and feel if there's anything behind there. If there is, that QR code is probably a scam. The pirate probably just simply took another sticker and put it on top and made it look like the original one. So that's number one of how you can detect whether the QR code is fake news. The next thing that you can do to protect yourself is to check the link after you scan it, and to have an antivirus to scan the link for you as well. So Android and iPhones both have a native app on the device to scan the QR codes. And first of all, I highly recommend that you're using that native app. But when you scan it, at least on Android on my phone, you get a little link in the bottom that you can see below, that you can see in this picture. And as you can see here, it tells you the web address from the QR code before you actually open the link. And that's if you're using the native QR scanner in Android. I also tried this on my iPad. I don't actually have an iPhone, but the weird result is it just went straight to the page. It didn't actually show the link, which actually was surprising to me. But then when I did some research online, it seemed like that app is capable on the iPhone of being able to show you the link. So I don't know what's wrong on my device. I'll have to go do some research and see if there's something I can do to fix it. Let me know down in the comments below if you try to scan a QR code on your Apple iPhone, if you happen to get an alert like this, like I do on my Android phone. But yeah, if you happen to get that prompt on your phone, which you really should, make sure that you look at that link and make sure it's going somewhere that it actually should be going according to what you're trying to do. If you're at a restaurant trying to pay and it's going to youwillgethacked.com, you probably shouldn't continue on to open up that link, right? You also want to check for misspellings as well. Sometimes pirates will like to misspell things that look alike. So, if you're at the restaurant and you're going to Applebee's.com, when you scan that QR code, they might actually take a P out of there so it looks like you're going to Applebee's.com, but you're not. And then an extra thing that you can take to protect yourself is having the antivirus to scan the link. So it will go and scan in the background, and if that link is in its list, it will block you from going to that. My last specific thing on this is if you happen to download your own QR app and not use the native one on iPhone or on Android, be extremely careful on what you download. I've seen a lot of news stories out there of QR code applications that do bad things to the people that download them. So you got to be extra careful. My personal recommendation is you stick with the Android or the iPhone one that comes with the phone. The less things that you can install on your phone, the more secure that your phone will be. Alright, the next thing that you can do to protect yourself is if you happen to scan and you click into that link or you don't get the alert on the link like you should, review the link in the address bar on your browser. So the same thing, like if it was popping up on your screen, review that link before you're taking any action to make sure that the link makes sense for what you're trying to do and that there's no misspellings inside of that link. The next thing is don't log into apps using QR codes. And finally, try to avoid transferring money using QR codes if at all possible. Like the example that we talked about before with the Bitcoin ATMs, there's several apps out there that allow you to transfer cash into Bitcoin on your phone itself. There's no need to actually scan a QR code at a Bitcoin ATM. You could download an app such as Voyager, which is an app I personally use myself to invest in cryptocurrencies of all sorts. And if you decide to do that, you can check out the link down below. And if you use my referral code, you'll get $25 in cryptocurrency, and I'll get $25 in cryptocurrency. There's also several other ones out there as well. Just use an app like that to do that. The same thing if you're going to pay someone. Use Venmo if you're paying person to person, or if you're at a restaurant or somewhere, try to see if you can use a physical card or cash. Those options will be better than if you have to scan a QR code, because then you don't have to take the risk of accidentally scanning a malicious QR code. Alright, so these are the things that you can do to help protect yourselves from scanning and taking action on a malicious QR code. Back to the gas station story that I was talking about earlier, whether the QR code was legit or not. So when first clicking the QR code, which I did on a test phone, because obviously I'm not going to ruin my own phone, I got this web page. Tap here to go to qrco.day in your browser. So looking at this link, I was like, WTF is this link? If it was on my own phone, I would have never clicked to go any further, but it's a test phone and I have to see where it goes because I'm curious, right? And I need to do it for you all. So I tap that link, hoping for the best, waiting patiently for my phone to self-destruct. And I finally get this. It's a very detailed site with the legislation it was talking about on the sticker. It does appear in this case it was legit, but the gas station must not have liked the QR code because when I went back there the next time, it was gone. I guess it's bad business. Alright, so in closing this video, QR codes can be faked by the pirates in order to do bad things to you. To protect yourselves, always remember to be cautious of what you're scanning, and if possible, don't scan the QR code if you don't need to. If you do need to scan a QR code, make sure when that link pops up on your screen and it asks you, are you sure you want to go to this address, and it lists off the address, that the address makes sense to what you're trying to scan to go into, and make sure that the address is spelled right. And if your device is weird like my iPad and it doesn't prompt that, make sure that the address bar on the top of your browser seems to make sense. The address seems to make sense in that, and that the address is spelled correctly on that. And then also make sure that you have an antivirus set up on your phone, so if you happen to not catch the link is bad, hopefully the antivirus will do it for you. And then if you haven't already, make sure that you're smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting that notification bell and sharing this video with everyone that you know, as all these actions help promote this video to more people on YouTube, to help more people like yourselves protect themselves from the cybersecurity threats out there in the world. And also make sure if you like this content, you check out the affiliate links down below in the description. If you want to support the channel, Everything that I get back from those affiliate links, I will put back into the channel to make this channel better for you all. Anyways, I thank you all for watching and have a fantastic day.